Tech Tales 41. Today, May 27th, 3:50 p.m. on a Thursday. This time slip is May 12th on a Wednesday. And this is for the cable terminal ends company. They sell wire and terminating connectors and sheaths and I was going to say connectors again. It's not computer stuff. It's not just electrical stuff. There's automotive, there's industrial, there's tons of different stuff. I've told you about them a few times. So this is 10:23 a.m. to 10:46 a.m. 23 minutes for Charlie. Phone conversation to discuss Microsoft 365 account subscription strategy, computer names, usernames, installation process for BusinessWorks and for Shop Factory. Charlie will look up the 3 existing email addresses for Orders Plus on the web and provide same. So this conversation was about the plan to upgrade this office to use a online-based or web-based point of sale software and inventory software and shipping software. They have an online store. People from around the world order things from them and they ship them out. And they also have a walk-in store in Fresno. It's a one facility operation. It's not part of a chain. And I've talked about them before. Their computers are Windows 7 32-bit because the software program that they're using requires 32-bit. To go to a Windows 10 version of the software, they have to go to a much more powerful, beefy server system or go to a web-based system. At present, they've decided to go for the web-based system. About a year or 2 years ago, maybe, they started the contemplations towards going to the web-based system, and they actually put in a test or brought up a test system where they could go log in to the website and process transactions. And then COVID hit, and that just put a halt to a lot of things, including those plans. So it just has been on the back burner. So now they want to move forward. So this conversation was about how to go about doing that, because each of the computers is going to have to log into the system, and each of the computers is going to have Microsoft Office. So do we do that with them all sharing an email address, or do we have them each with their own email address for doing that? I mentioned in the time slip that they have 3 existing email addresses for the program when they had it set up for the test, the test period. But they're different addresses. It's not a custom domain name. They do have a custom domain name for their website, but they don't have email addresses under that. So they could migrate to their current email addresses to use a custom domain, and we'll have to gear everything up for that. Or we could use the existing email addresses with a Microsoft 365 home license where you can share the license with multiple different email addresses. It is a family-run business, so that kind of works if you just want to think of the words family versus a business account of Microsoft 365. The business subscription for Microsoft 365, as far as I can tell, and I haven't found documentation for it, requires that you have a custom domain name. All the ones that I manage have a custom domain name, and it's hard for me to see how you could even accomplish that with Gmail addresses and AT&T addresses and things along those lines, because that's what those other addresses are. So this was a conversation we were having along that topic, and there's going to be more coming up with this client in regards to that effort to transition them to the web-based system. There's a few complications to it. That's enough for this time slip. So then Thursday the 13th, 21 minutes, 1:14 p.m. to 1:35 p.m. for the law office Papa, and for the senior partner in the firm, also Papa. Phone support regarding letterhead not visible in Microsoft Word. Switch from web layout to print layout. So what he called about was the office had created a new letterhead template and sent it to him. And so the new letterhead template has a change for one of the attorneys. One of the attorneys has been retitled as managing partner. So everybody needs to start using this new letterhead. So when he calls up this new letterhead, he doesn't see the masthead at the top or the footer at the bottom, and that's what he was calling about. So I connected remote to his computer, thinking it's got to do with a zoom level or headers and footers not visible. And what it turned out is that he was in web layout mode in Microsoft Word, and what happens is the header and the footer is not visible. When he prints the document out, it would print out okay. So I found the solution to that. It was 21 minutes, and it didn't take that long to fix the problem, but he tends to visit of his own initiative every time. So I charge him for it, and I have a long history of doing that, and he's fine with that. Then for the apartment building Mike, Thursday, 7 minutes, 3:08 p.m. to 3:15 p.m. For Delta, fixed one site by restoring default web page in Internet Explorer and adding it as a favorite on the Internet Explorer toolbar. So I've explained before, they have to use Internet Explorer because this program, this web-based program called OneSite, requires Internet Explorer. It's not ready for a newer browser. And what had happened is that I had set it up as the home page so that anytime she launched Internet Explorer, it just automatically goes to OneSite. Well, that got broken, and such that that one-page site is no longer the default. So I just changed it back as default and put a shortcut, a favorite on the toolbar for that website. And then for the law office Papa again on Thursday, 13 minutes, 11:12 p.m. to 1:25 p.m. for Foxtrot. Multiple text messages attempting to begin system restore on computer after overnight Windows update failed and unable to log into Windows Desktop. So I was away from my computer at the time, and it probably didn't matter that I was away from the computer because I wasn't going to be able to connect remotely to his computer. It would not start. So we had multiple text messages back and forth, and I was walking him through the process of starting system restore during that 13 minutes. So there's going to be other time slips following up after that. My throat is just not working for me. So let's call this a wrap. That's all for today. I hope that was useful. Thank you, and catch you later. Goodbye.